right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome everyone here to the State of Synth. My name is Dennis G.
Ooh. And I'm Neon Fawkes.
And yes, we are here for another edition of this wonderful show that we call the State of Synth, your weekly dive into all that is synthy and wonderful and fun and cool and stuff.
Damn right.
How was your weekend, your week, Mr. Neon Fawkes?
It was all right. Nothing really worthwhile mentioning. I mean, you know.
You're not even going to mention the concert last week?
Oh, jeez, yeah. My God, street cleaner.
Street cleaner.
Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah. No, you know what? It's been a while since we had like one of those online fests.
It has, and I was really, really ready for it. I mean, we haven't had one since, I guess, like July or August. July, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
But this was, I guess, put on by Starfarer's label, and this thing was fantastic. Everybody was...
You know what? Elevate the Sky. His performance was excellent. User, as always.
It just was like the icing on the cake when Street Cleaner came out and just started performing on the back of a street cleaner. I mean, like, you can't get much more cooler than that. I mean,
cleaning up the streets.
Indeed. Like, I don't even know how he didn't get ran over. And it was live too. It seemed like it was very, very live because, I mean, he was hitting keys, and I mean, you know, he was every now and then he'd hit like kind of a wrong note, which kind of just goes to show that, hey, he's definitely playing that thing. But I mean, it's kind of hard to walk and play a guitar while cleaning the streets at the same time.
I'm wondering how many calories you burned.
That's a great question, actually. If I ever leave my house again, I think I might try to just walk behind street cleaners, because I think that might be the new workout. Might be fun. I don't know. I need to have a guitar though in my hand, or else it's just not as fun, you know?
Well, yeah. I thought I can't play an instrument for shit, but I thought I'd get a guitar just to look cool.
Did you get a guitar?
No, one day.
One day.
I'll buy it, I'll put it on the wall, and I'll be like, yeah, that's a toy that I can't use.
There you go. I get a Five Below, and I buy those little rinky-dinky $5 keyboards, and I just feel like I'm all badass. And they're fun for about 5 minutes, and then I just realize I can't hit more than one note at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I just talk on the mic. That's all I do. Just talk about things. And somehow people listen. I don't know.
I just retweet stuff.
That's it. You're the official
That's
retweeter.
that's my musical talent.
That's it. And I say dumb shit. So, well, you know, we all got our talents, I guess. Anywho, let's see if we can deep dive into some of our show here, because we have a doozy ahead of you guys.
Boy, yeah. I mean, so yeah, we're talking to a couple of guys. I don't think many people know these guys, but wait till they hear them.
I mean, they're kind of new, you know.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, their name is kind of, it's cliche, but I mean,
a little bit, yeah. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But it's a little band called The Midnight, and you guys might have heard of them. If you haven't, we're definitely going to introduce them and talk about all the cool things they got going on, because, man, over the summer they have been blowing up with stuff. We got lots to dig into, but until then, we're going to go ahead and jump right into our top story. Top story of the evening. Musician uses brainwave reading headset to play historic synthesizer with her mind. Ooh. Yes, in the All Things That Are Real, a Canadian musician with degrees in biology and neuroscience has found an innovative way to combine her interests.
Is she Canadian?
And of course, she's got to be Canadian, because you guys are the only people doing crazy shit like that up there. I don't know what it is. But Angie Coombes, who goes by the stage name of Angie C. You can look her up. She's recording an album featuring Tonto, which is Calgary's historic analog synthesizer. Is that a real thing, Jules?
I think so. I've never heard of Tonto, but I'm sure there are some diehard synth heads out there that'll be like, they're nodding their heads.
Yeah, Tonto, that sounds like a lot of fun, actually. I think I want a synthesizer. If I had a synthesizer, like a real one, the one that was like not bought at Five Below, I would name it Tonto, and that would just be badass. I would like write Tonto and like stencil it along the sides. It'd be really great, and I'd be cool. Anyway, yeah. So she is playing the instrument with her mind. It is crazy. It is weird, and we have actually Vosto Vlad, who was over there, and he's going to tell us a little bit about that particular story. Mr. Vosto Vlad, are you out there?
A local musician with degrees in biology and neuroscience has found an innovative way to combine her interests. Angie Combs is recording an album featuring Tonto, Calgary's historic analog synthesizer. And she's playing the instrument with her mind. Then the data recorded from the headset is routed through software and a special circuit board created by an engineer, where it is changed into voltage control. The engineer working for her was actually Dr. Schultz Furgen-Feitenberger, who is with me here right now. Dr. Schultz, how are you doing?
Good.
Dr. Schultz, how does it feel to be a part of such an amazing project?
Fantastisch. In fact, ich habe eine exact copy of the experiment right here in my laboratory.
Dr. Schultz, why do I have the feeling that your version has some unusual additions?
Because I do have some upgrades that I have added to the machinery.
And what kind of upgrades are we talking about here?
For example, let's say you want to create a dark synth track with your mind. You would start perhaps to think about giant mechs shooting lasers, tanks crushing the bones of your enemies, nuclear bombs, and the synthesizer will start playing. Not only that, but with my enhancements, you could also make your imagination a reality. I have hacked into General Schindler's database, and so now your imagination can be connected to real-life nuclear warheads.
Great Scots! That sounds horrible! Why would you do such a thing?
Think of how real and authentic your music will be. The destruction of entire nations can give you real inspiration and power, which will make for more punchy drums and a more powerful bass line. Would you like me to demonstrate?
Fantastic, Dr. Schultz! What else can you do on this machine before it gets banned by the United Nations?
I was going to sell this as a surprise DLC, but I guess I can tell you right now, since you are such an enthusiastic reporter. For instance, you can imagine that a certain person is going to change and like your ideas a lot, and the synthesizer will create a song that will physiologically affect the person into accepting your ideas. It can even be applied to multiple people.
In other words, you can forcefully implement propaganda in a segment of the population without any retaliation?
Precisely.
Okay, well then, I'm in.
What? You actually appreciate my design? Didn't you say it was horrible?
Connect me, Dr. Schultz. Connect me.
Very well. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
And what are you imagining? World War III?
I'm basically imagining that all our listeners will be trapped into listening to Night Ride FM 24 hours a day.
Fantastisch. What else? Famine? Death?
No. I'm also imagining them being really attracted by a documentary called The Rise of the Synths. They will buy it on theRiseOfTheSynths.com, and then they will be even more immersed into the retro world and continue to love our content for as long as we make it. There, I'm finished.
Finished? Already? What a waste of potential. That's it. I'm going for a holiday in Chernobyl to recover. Goodbye.
Very well, sir. Goodbye. I'll just hide this machine in our Night Ride FM depot. By the way, before you go, what's the name of this machine?
Reaktor Warhammer Vision Verheer Zauber X.
Fantastic indeed. I guess we definitely don't own a Reactor Warhammer Vision Verheer Zauber X machine at Night Ride FM. That's all we have for today. Back to you, Dennis.
Oh my God. Vosto Vlad, ladies and gentlemen. Vosto Vlad.
You think we're burning Vosto out?
I do not know. It's like every time
the poor guy is always on location, and I think he's
losing it. I really do. And what I want to know is how in the world did Dr. Schultz even get hired for Night Ride FM? Like, do we even have an HR department? That's what I want to know. God. Okay. Well, I tell you what. Let's warm everybody up because man, we've been in the basement for too long there. Vosto, you got to come out of the basement, warm yourself up, buddy. Let's play some warm synthwave here to smooth things out a little bit. Who do we got lined up here?
Before we do that,
yes.
let me just a little shout out to everybody listening, especially the people in the chat. Tonight we've got some giveaways. We've got one of three. Well, we've got 3 tickets to hand out. 3 lucky people to attend the midnight online concert, October 30th or 31st. So we're gonna be asking some trivia questions. So I'm gonna be nice here and tell you guys to load up the Midnight's Wikipedia page.
Nice.
And
can I win one?
We also. Yeah. No. You see, affiliates of Night Ride FM are not allowed to win anything. Oh, man. And we've also got. I've got a code, or actually 3 codes, to hand to one lucky person for Death by Neon's 3-volume film covers.
Nice.
And of course, on top of all that, we've got John Constantine's new album, Nemesis, and he's given us a whack load of Bandcamp codes, so I'll be pasting those into the Night Ride IRC chat and the YouTube chat.
Man, we're just raining goodies here tonight.
Damn right. And before we play our first song, I just want to throw a shout out to everyone in the chat. Woo. We've got Moonbase, we've got Shadowrunner, Habio, Karin, Joe Loke, Lightly, TK Nylon, Comrade Nixco, Warlock82, The Last Years, Hannah, Baird, and Patrick and Ryan from Arcade High. We're going to hear a premiere of theirs. Tonight, it comes out tomorrow. Jonathan Leporati, my buddy from Toronto. Mob Tech, Egg Shen. Really shaking the pillars of heaven there. Synthesk, San Francisco, I guess?
Maybe.
Hannah, I already said Hannah. We got Night Razor, Exodus, Rex Balls, Kit, Jackets in there. Quark West, and over on YouTube, we've got Jasmina, Garrus, Jason Hoffman, and Buckwolf. If I've missed any one of you, just pipe up in the chats.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so let's get some music going.
Let's get some music going. What do we got lined up here first, Mr. Neon Fawkes?
So Beckett sent me this track and said we could play it tonight. I think it either comes out tomorrow or next week. Nice. It's his little Halloween ditty. It's called Jack in the Box, and it's funky as hell, and the talk box in this, you're going to love it. So here it is, Beckett. Jack in a Box, here on Night Ride FM.
once again. That was Beckett with Jack in the Box.
Forget the guitar. I want to buy a talk box now.
Oh, that is so funky, man. I love that.
You know what? I think everyone. You know what? I'll save it. I'll save it for later. Everyone needs to be vocoded or talk boxed. I
think so. I think that's the name of the game, really. Honestly, I think things just sound better when you say it on the talk box. It really does. You know, I think that it could do the world a good. In fact, you know, not to get political, but if they did the debates with talk boxes, I mean, nobody would listen to a word anybody says, but like it'd be like, these guys are rad as hell.
Speaking of debates, I hope nobody's tuning into them and instead listening to us.
Of course, nobody wants to listen to that jazz.
By the way, a quick shout out. Straplocked has joined the Night Ride chat. Strappy.
Oh, welcome, Strappy. And real quick, before we jump into our very special guest of the evening, we want to let you know that this episode of The State of Synth is brought to you by The Rise of the Synths, now on DVD, Blu-ray, and VHS. Yes.
I bought my VHS.
Yeah. Well, did you?
Yeah. I mean, what's the point of, you know, if you're gonna buy Rise of the Synths, you gotta go full on like VHS because you're getting a digital download anyway. So.
Yeah, but I just, you know, I love thinking about how great VHS tapes were until I have one in my hand, and then I'm like, yeah, you know what? Blu-ray's pretty good.
Yeah, no, the VHS is for display. You stick it up on your shelf, and then you just pop the digital one on your media player, and that's that.
True. That's actually good thinking. I like the way you think, Jules.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick, once again, make sure you pick up this great documentary. If you haven't seen it, now is the perfect time to see it because we did back the documentary and it was fun. We got to click on a little link and watch it on the internet and whatnot, but you get to pop this thing in your player. You get to watch it in your living room. It's a great thing. So just head over to nightride.fm/rise. And then you can get yourself a copy. And of course, we are an affiliate, so that means we get a little bit of money. We want that affiliate scratch-ola, you know? In fact, even like John Carpenter is like, you know, here's the affiliate link. And
I know, yeah. Like he needs it.
We can't compete with that. We can't.
I know. JC, yeah, you don't mess with JC.
No, you don't. You don't.
The horror master.
All right, so anyway, without further ado, man, I am like super pumped up. We have a very special guest on the line here. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you a little group by the name of The Midnight. What's going on, guys?
Hey, not a lot. You guys doing all right?
Yeah.
Yes, we're doing fine. How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah. You guys practicing for your upcoming show?
Yeah, we're currently in rehearsals right now.
Oh, well, very good. Now you guys got a show coming up. I mean, you guys have really got a lot going on. Honestly, it's been kind of a whirlwind of events and things that you guys have hosted and albums, and like this EP just like dropped out of the sky like from nowhere. And I'd love to get into that, but before we delve into all that fun stuff, let's kind of start a little bit back further and quickly introduce yourselves for, I guess, anybody that's like living under a rock in the past like 6 years. So who wants to introduce themselves first? We have Tim, right?
Yes, Tim. I am one half of The Midnight right here.
And you do pretty much all of the producing, and you just kind of take Tyler's style and magic and just warp it into this wonderful thing called The Midnight, I guess.
Yeah, we write the songs together, and you know, it's sort of bringing Tyler's writing style and his kind of artistic expression, and me sort of wrapping my world around him in a way, and it becomes The Midnight. It's a funny exploration for the both of us, and you know, we met back in like 2012 or 13. And I come from the world of production, and Tyler comes from a completely different place musically, which makes it really fun and exciting for us.
Awesome. And of course, we have Tyler Lyle, the master songwriter that basically just puts a lot of these wonderful pieces together with words and melodies. And I guess you guys, as professional talk, you call it a top line performer, right? Or top line writer?
Yeah, in Nashville, if you write the lyrics and the melody, you wrote the song. But in Los Angeles, if you write the lyrics and melody, you're the top liner. So it's a clashing philosophy, but I think it works well for us.
I was gonna say, Tyler, you do the vocals, but I mean, last concert I saw, Tim, you were belting it out.
Yeah, I had a little cover. I did cover of an old Police song, which was fun, but I definitely I'm more comfortable being the man behind the man and letting Tyler do most of the vocals. I enjoy some harmonies and some dubs now and then. It's fun, but it's definitely Tyler's world.
Indeed. But the great thing about you guys is you really have such a wonderful chemistry, and you also come from quite different places, and it's very unique that when you guys put the both of your skill sets together, you just make this wonderful creation that people just seem to not get enough of. So kudos to the both of you for making awesome stuff.
Kudos to the people listening, because that's why it began in the first place, and why it continued is because there are people out there listening.
Yeah, well, we love you. You guys are great. I just want to jump real quick back to when Monsters came out. Is that your 4th or 5th album as the band?
Yeah, it's our 2nd full LP. What is that? We did.
It's 5th, right? 5th release.
Number 5, yeah.
Number 5, okay.
Yeah.
And it was great, and it's one of them albums that I really feel like it showed the evolution that you guys started at a place and you kind of evolved your sound over a length of time. And when Monsters came out, it really kind of hit everybody with this effect of, some people, and I'll be honest, like I think a lot of people were taken aback by some of the creative choices that you guys might have taken. But I think that it's wonderful that you took the skills that you both have and you really pushed it to the edge and created just something new and unique, but it's still uniquely you guys, but it's also evolving the sound, not only your sound, but I really feel like it's evolving the sound of synthwave as well, which it really gives the excuse, or it really gives the reason to allow for people to really just experiment with different sounds, with different drums. And I feel like it's very liberating that you guys really took the reins and really just came out hard with this wonderfully creative piece that you guys put together. And I think it really resonated well with a lot of people. Now, like I was saying, you have such an evolution of your sounds, and I feel like you took a lot more creative risks, a little bit more danceable kind of stuff, and a little bit more manipulation of vocals, and just some really interesting things that you do, almost even like a vaporwavy type of thing.
I don't know that it would be interesting to do a full-length album, just all vaporwave tracks. But
yeah,
I love vaporwave. I listen to a ton of vaporwave. I think the next one might have vaporwave elements in some of the tracks. But I think the big thing about Monsters, and the big thing that creatively we need to keep ourselves invested and interested and inspired is diversity. There needs to be freedom to try new things and experiment. And I think with this, just coming from a production standpoint on Monsters, for me it was important to sort of change the boundaries a little bit and set some new boundaries so that we could essentially grow out of this very, very specific sound, which is synthwave, which is always something we would probably return to because we love it. It's tons of fun. But as soon as a genre feels like it's limiting you creatively, I think that's when you kind of should reevaluate, like if it's something you need to break out of. So we never felt it as a huge, crazy different album, but there are sounds in this album and songs that definitely don't feel like specifically synthwave. But maybe that's the question: what is synthwave, and how can you challenge that? And it should be about, I'm less interested in genres and more interested in how it makes me feel.
Absolutely. It tells a story, and I think, to me, the crux of it all is synthwave is there to reflect and to tell a story, and I think you guys really nailed it right on the head, because really, at the end of the day, what is synthwave? It's not defined by any type of specific sounds. It's defined by a feeling and really a community, which is great that, I think you really did resonate with all the listeners with this particular form of exploration that you guys put out. Now, obviously, as stories go, Kids was kind of a starting point, and then I would say Monsters is more of an evolution, and you guys are exploring a lot of different sounds and feelings and emotions, really, that we've all experienced as kids as well. Part of a great song is obviously the writing, the lyrics, and the melody. And I know, Tyler, you are pretty much the man that forms the lyrics, the melody, and of course your voice really just brings character to all the songs. And if you can, could you kind of tell us a little bit about the evolution from Kids and now we're into Monsters, and just the ideas that you guys were playing around with and really wanted to try to put out there as a creative endeavor?
Yeah, the idea of individuation, of a person starting out as a child and growing into an adolescent and then an adult, and how you sort of square, that individuation with a quest for origins, with a quest for those colors and moods that existed sort of before you were conscious that you were alive. And I think that this bed of nostalgia is a really lovely way to help tell that story. We realized pretty early on in the process of making Kids that we weren't going to be able to kind of flesh out our entire vision and be able to, hit release deadlines and things like that. And so we wanted to break it up and to tell a bit larger of a story. And so it's really lovely to be able to kind of sit with these themes for a longer period of time. It allows us to get a little deeper and a little weirder with that. So what's my angle in this? Tim is making scratch tracks and I'm writing scratch songs. It works best when we can be in the room together, and one of those scratch tracks fits one of my scratch songs, and we kind of go chase it like a kite up in the air, and we hopefully it turns into something that's compelling, and sometimes it doesn't, and we move on. But yeah, that's kind of our process right now.
No, that's a great process. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, you don't really write that masterpiece right off the bat. You scratch it out, like you said. And, if both of you guys are putting stuff out there, putting ideas out there, it's got to be exciting when Tim comes to you and says, hey, I got this thing, and it immediately resonates. I guess that's a lot more fun than, you listening to it and being like, this is terrible.
Oh, that has happened too.
Yeah.
Tim's been a professional musician for over a decade, before he met me, and I was doing my folk singer-songwriter thing. And what's fun about this project is that I get the ability to sort of lean into somebody other than I am. I can kind of write a song different than I feel like I would have written it 10 years ago. And I can lean into some things that I feel like maybe I wouldn't have wanted to, write a line that was just so anthemic and singable. I wanted to maybe be more complex back in the day, but to sort of couch it in this vision of something bigger, the midnight, which is, it's not Tim's name and it's not my name. It's like something else. And we can kind of enter into this world of, pretend and fantasy and put that mask on and get different things out of it creatively. And I think that's probably the most fun part of this, being a part of this band, is that the deeper, stranger things float to the surface in a way that I don't think either of us would have captured them on our own in our artistic journeys.
Right. Very well said. So you got this Monsters. It's a great album. And one of the things that I found was super interesting is you guys were really playing the long game with this album. One of the things that just apparently surfaced over the past few weeks was this super bundle that you guys have had for sale, obviously, when the album came out. But this super bundle came with what? A t-shirt, came with a tour photo, came with a floppy disk coaster, and one of them, apparently one of the coasters had some sort of floppy disk in it that kind of set something special and unique off, I guess, for all the fans. So if you could tell us a little bit about this ARG thing you guys have been having fun with over the past few weeks.
Sure. Yeah, when we were putting together the artwork for Monsters, we wanted to kind of build a bridge so that the audience, anybody that really kind of wanted to do some work, could get into the frame of mind that we were in when we put this thing together. And of course, You know, like all creative people, they're always just the chaotic mass of things floating around in our head at one time. So we had this idea for the scavenger hunt for the alternate reality game, whatever you want to call it, the week that Monsters came out. I think Monsters came out in July. But we wanted to make sure that all the coaster floppy disks had made it out into the world, and we did include a text file that said the clue is 1991 and the answer can be found online, and that kicked off a 2.5 week long scavenger hunt. Our Discord had 400 or 500 people in it. Everybody was trying to sort of crowdsource the answer to some more difficult things, and we were able to, I don't know, dangle some honey out there to convince the fans to do some work, to go, physically go to Vega and Copenhagen and physically go to Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthplace and solving riddles about Helvetica or Ray Kurzweil, things like that. It was just so much fun to be present with the fans as they're kind of sifting through this, the chase, if you will. Ultimately, the prize was an advanced stream of our horror show EP, which came out last week. And nobody knew that this was coming out. We kind of kept it under wraps for this reason.
Yeah.
And everybody who sort of went down the rabbit hole with us and who did this sort of large amount of work, we hope we're kind of rewarded with being the first people to know that this new record existed. And I hope that the fans had fun with it. We had a lot of fun with it.
Indeed. It was a blast.
Yeah, that leads us into this EP horror show. It's an Amazon exclusive right now, right? As well as you can buy it on your website.
Correct, yeah.
Vinyl and all.
That's right. Yeah, Amazon came to us with the idea. So we, for a moment we were tempted to maybe we should run with this idea. But no, we wanted to be sort of faithful to Amazon as a partner in this thing. So it eventually will be on streaming, but we wanted to also have a way for fans to have the download the day of release. So it exists in high quality. Yeah.
It's an amazing EP.
Oh yeah, and I didn't know this until recently, but it's co-produced by Essinger.
Yeah. Essinger for some of the tracks. 4 of the 6 tracks was me and Essinger, producer, and Tyler had a hand in doing some modular synth stuff, and it was a real fun melting pot of creativity. It's the fun part is to explore. I think as this thing grows and we explore new sounds, is partnering up with cool producers and writers and artists that align with those sensibilities. And Essinger is someone that, as a producer, I've been listening to for a while, and this was sort of the perfect timing to kind of try that out, and it was great. He's a super talented guy, and
he is. Yeah.
Brought something fresh to the table, but also was very familiar with our sound and our vibe, and so it was a very sort of smooth transition in terms of implementing his sound and sounds, but while staying true to what we are.
I always considered Essinger the king of vocoding, and you know what? I was disappointed that Tyler's voice didn't get vocoded.
There's vocoder in there in a bunch of places.
So. There is.
There you go. I tell you what, it would be super awesome if we could actually play one of the tracks on the show. Do you think that would be all right?
That'd be great.
Let's do it.
All right. So what I'd like to do is let's go ahead and drop this track right here, and I would love to just dive into it when we're done and maybe just talk about it a little bit. But this is one of my favorite songs here off of the album, and this one is called Neon Medusa. So we're going to go ahead and give it a listen.
Don't fall for his flattering tune. He'll promise you the world and down in a minute, then I sweep you away. Don't fall for the monsters in this maze, but I could love you forever if you'd meet my gaze.
And once again, that was Neon Medusa, and I just love that track, Jules.
It's awesome. The entire EP is just incredible. One of my favorite tracks, like "Devil Make a Deal."
Oh man,
Yeah.
That's my second favorite one, and I tell you what, the thing that really amazes me is the fact that you guys could have really cranked out anything as far as like Halloween. It really kind of writes itself in a way, but the songs that you guys wrote, it just seems to have so much flavor and uniqueness. And man, like I just listened to songs like Good and Red, and I'm just thinking like Tyler Lyle is just like going deep on this thing, which it could have just been like, oh, there's a zombie under my bed. But no, you're talking about like exercising your own inner demons and stuff like that. And I was just blown away when I heard the lyrics and the songwriting. And, you know, kudos for just really putting out a quality EP. Not only that, you put it just clear out of the blue and surprised everybody, which was just amazing.
Surprise!
I know we don't have a whole lot more time, but if you could just tell us a little bit about the experiences of writing the EP, I guess in general would be great. I'm sure the listeners would love to know.
Yeah. Well, it came along pretty close to the release of Monsters, this opportunity with Amazon, and it was by far the shortest deadline we've ever had to put an album together. And so, you know, I wanted to go a little farther back with the references to make it less gimmicky Halloween and a little more psychologically nuanced, going back to like Twilight Zone or Hitchcock or things that are a little more layered, less like slasher flick and more like Dark Shadows or something like that. So wrote the songs fairly quickly and handed them off to Tim and to Essinger. And yeah.
And away you went.
It was also, besides having a very tight deadline, because it's sort of something that came out of the blue. Amazon contacted us and we were like, well, that sounds fun. And then off we went. But that on top of a worldwide pandemic, and not only do we live in different states, but there's a pandemic. So we couldn't, you know, just book a studio together and jump on a plane or whatever. It was kind of amazed with, I don't want to say the ease of how it came together, because there was hard work put into it, but it sort of really worked out. You know, vocals were recorded over FaceTime, where Tyler would record the vocals in his place in Atlanta while I'm on like the FaceTime with him, and I could be like, try another note, do this, and it kind of worked out. So, you know, you do what you got to do and you get it done. And same with Essinger. He's in Kansas City, I believe, and me and him would stay up late at night and talk over Discord while we're working on tracks together, and you know, you make it work. So thank God for the internet.
I guess you guys have to do this like Amazon Prime speed.
There you go. Yeah, it was a pretty quick one, but you know, music is shut down for everybody. We had a big fall tour for the U.S. and Europe planned, and this is kind of the stand-in for it. So the ARG, the horror show EP, and our virtual concert at the end of the month. It's a poor stand-in for a really large tour, but you know, it's what we can do right now.
Yeah.
I think you guys are doing people a wonderful service, though, even though it seems like it's lesser of everything. The thing is, like, you're engaging with the listeners, and any music that is being put out right now, honestly, to me, is just saving the day. You had the One Beating Heart, which was just an amazing live streaming event. And now you have this upcoming event that this is kind of a big thing. You guys rented out a venue and everything for this thing, right?
Yeah, it's a whole amphitheater.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
will actually, ironically, be our biggest production ever. We've got more lights. We've got a 5-piece band.
Got a whole film crew.
Yeah, film crew, 3 cameras. It's a full-on live production. So it'll be essentially it's a live concert and a full-on production that people can view in the comfort of their own home. So it's something that's a first for us, but it is a fun thing to explore as a stand-in for what we were hoping to be on the road in the spring. The plan was to go on a full tour after Monsters dropped. So we're all finding ourselves in a period of time where everything's very uncertain, and we're all in one way or another having to kind of pivot life in a way, expectations, and we're sort of just trying to make it work. So it all comes back to it's no fun if there are no one engaging with us. And with the scavenger hunt, with the Halloween EP, the response we've had, and Monsters, I think people are looking for something, like you just said, new music. People are looking for something to engage in and take their mind off things. And
absolutely,
it's fun to be able to give back, but what we receive is so much greater, to be honest.
So this is airing on the 30th of October, right? You've got 3 times, I see. One for Pacific time, Mexican City time.
Right. Yeah, it'll be depending on where you are in the world.
Right. For folks listening, head over to themidnightofficial.com if you want tickets.
Yes.
Yeah, please do. While you're there, buy Monsters. Buy
Monsters, buy T-shirts, but most importantly,
buy Horror Show.
just buy some sanity, because you guys are doing a wonderful thing. All the music, and that's one of the great things. If there's one good thing that has to come out of this pandemic, is all the great music and engaging things like this and all the streaming festivals and stuff like that. It really pulls people out of the doldrums of every day where, you just got boxes of toilet paper coming in and like, this is a Tuesday, but we really appreciate
it's kept us sane.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, thank you so much for being on the show with us.
Thanks for having us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for what you do in the synthwave community. We think of the synthwave family as 2 different things, right? It's a community of artists that produce music that sounds a certain way, right? But the other is that it's a community of loving and respectful and just like joyful people. And we very much consider ourselves a part of this community. And it was this sort of positivity and encouragement that, gave us a career. So we very much still feel that we are a part of this community, even though we put trap beats sometimes in songs.
And we forgive you every time.
I think the album's awesome.
No, it's great. It's a wonderful experimental, and everybody's growing. All the artists out there. But I tell you what, with trap beats, it's funny. Like, you guys can put out a trap beat in a song, and people were like, "Trap beats is a terrible idea." And then the next thing that they're saying is, you know what? I think I want to try to put some trap beats in my music. It's good. You guys are taking a bold step, but you're also not forgetting your roots. I mean, the Midnight is still there. You guys have wonderful songwriting, great production, and experimentation, which I think really is also a cornerstone of the stuff that you do. So, I mean, nothing but kudos to you guys. Yeah. And again, I want to thank you for being on the show. This was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
And go back to rehearsal.
Yeah, we'll let you get back to rehearsals.
Hold away as we speak.
Go put a good show on for us, and we will see you on the 30th.
By the way, a shout out to your manager, Justin, there. Thanks, Justin.
Yeah. And anybody who wants to buy tickets, this supports our touring crew and our touring family. The whole live music industry is kind of non-existent this year for everyone. So This is our opportunity to kind of give our family a little bit of extra love. So please buy a ticket.
themidnightofficial.com.
There it is.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks so much, guys.
Have a good night, guys.
Thank you. Oh, those guys are great.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they came on.
Yeah, I wish they could stick around, but they do have a great show that they are
back to rehearsals.
Yeah. Speaking of great shows.
Well, speaking of rehearsals.
Yeah.
Primo joined the chat.
What?
Primo the Alien.
Primo the
and
Alien.
Of course, we've also got Lionheart in there and Z.
Nice.
Z, the AI behind Night Ride.
Yes.
And
very nice.
over in the YouTube chat, we've got Sandrine Prudence and Bibielk and Brian Ripley. Thanks, everyone, for listening.
You guys are the best.
Yeah, so speaking of shows, as we were talking about with the Midnight, October 30th and 31st, they're live streaming their concert, which is going to, have a 5-piece band and everything?
It's going to be off the hook. It's
Yeah,
gotta
the
be crazy.
tickets are available on their website, but they were kind enough to give us 3 tickets that we can hand out to lucky users. So we got some The Midnight trivia for you. So I'm going to ask the first question, and the first person to reply with the correct answer in the chats, IRC or YouTube, can have a ticket. And so the first question for those listening is, how many albums have The Midnight released? Not EPs or instrumentals, just albums. First answer?
I lost my
Gets it.
Jeopardy theme song. I don't have that loaded up anymore. I should have loaded that up. I'm very disappointed in myself.
Now, while everyone thinks on that, how about we hear a song?
Ooh, that's a great idea. What do we have lined up here, Mr. Neon Fawkes?
Ooh, okay, well, in the chats, we've got Patrick and Ryan, also known... Oh, Shugo. Shugo won that question.
Nice. Very
Yes.
good.
3 albums.
Very
Thanks,
good.
everyone. But anyways, yes, we got Patrick and Ryan, 2 other nice guys. If you know The Midnight, then you should know Arcade High. And if you don't, well, you can turn in your Synthwave Pass right now. Anyways, Patrick and Ryan, they're from Pennsylvania, Arcade High, and they've given us a little premiere for their track that drops tomorrow. Nice Halloween track for the season. This one's called Doppelganger.
Before we play it, I just want to just give a quick shout out. Awesome job with the Twin Peaks reference, guys. Love it.
Yeah.
It hits me right in my heart, man. It really does. Okay, go ahead.
Well, Arcade High, Doppelganger, here on Night Ride FM. Damn. Ryan, Patrick, thanks for letting us play that. That's awesome.
You guys hit it out of the park, man. I love that sound. It's like it's got that spooky, funky Michael Jackson rhythm, man, that I just want to dance to.
For those of you listening, like go to arcadehigh.bandcamp.com and I guess at midnight, if you keep hitting refresh, you'll find that track on there.
Do it.
Speaking of which, so Arcade High, they got an EP called Heatwave. And one day I hope that that gets put on vinyl because the cover, it's the cover. The cover is like from The Legend of Billie Jean, the movie.
Right.
With one of my favorite 80s songs from Pat Benatar.
So there
Can't
you
wait
go.
for that.
We're waiting, Patrick and Ryan, for that to go on vinyl. Jules, I'm sure, will be your first customer. I will probably be the second. So get to work, guys. Just for us. Just release stuff for us. That's all that matters.
Just for us.
And maybe some other people.
They make like prints of they do runs of 2 in vinyl prints, right?
I'm sure
of
they
course.
do.
Yeah, $500 a piece probably, but
some things are worth it. All right. So anyway, awesome tune right there. We got some more tunes coming up for you as well. And what do we got lined up next, Mr. Jules? I'm totally bewildered here on my script reading. I don't know where I'm at or what we're doing.
Let's do some album releases.
All right, let's do some
album releases. Then I'm gonna pop a second question out for somebody to get a midnight concert ticket.
Oh yes, got to give those away, man. That is amazing that they did that. It was so nice of them. All right, so we have album releases, and oh my God, look at the amount of releases.
And this isn't everything either, but I'm gonna try and blast through this really fast.
Oh my God!
So bear with me, everyone who's listening. All right, so on the 16th last week, Icarus and Kel T released a single, All Your Friends. Power Glove released their single, High Score from the Dock. And Minuit Machine, Don't Run From the Fire. Earmake dropped his album, Cosmic Hero. Flashbot dropped his new single, Colors. And Karin played that last week.
She did.
That was awesome. And Ogre dropped Rise of the Synths, the soundtrack. Because, hey, you can now all buy it on Blu-ray and DVD and VHS at nightride.fm/rise. And of course, on the 20th, McCready, I did a review for their album called AD, Anno Dominus. And Mitch Murder dropped Beach Interlude, a 2020 rework. Aviators dropped their Holding Out for a Hero cover, single, awesome. And then Midnight Driver dropped Cruise FM on the 21st. Personality did All Those Things, single, on the 21st. And Cassette dropped Slasher, the Extra Terra remix, on the 21st. On the 22nd, which is today, Darfools dropped his single, Better Now. It's not really synthwave, but hey, it's Darf. I gotta mention it. He says that his next album, though, his next drops are gonna be pure synthwave.
Well, there you go.
And then our friend Eightecs, we're gonna hear a little bit of. We're gonna hear this song actually.
That's right.
A little bit later. Yeah,
I'm
dropped
excited.
his single called Tomorrow today.
Today?
And yeah, he dropped
Tomorrow?
it today. Tomorrow, yeah.
Today?
And my buddy from Toronto, Full Eclipse. Everyone knows him. If you're in synthwave Twitter or social media, you know Full Eclipse. Mike. He dropped his new EP called Survival 2. I'm hoping to play a track from that next week. And let's see, tomorrow, Absolute Valentine is dropping their Chainsaw Revenge for the season. Jetfire Prime, he's got an EP dropping tomorrow called I Still Function. And let's see, on Saturday, Elevate the Sky is dropping the first single from his new album
But
called Wild Hearts.
If you guys want a sneak peek at that album, I heard a little something about the 80s guy on YouTube. I'm just saying you might want to check it out.
Yeah, you might, if you want to sneak peek at the whole album.
A little
80s guys.
exclusive.
Got it. It's amazing. And let's see, 30th, New Spell is dropping their remixed EP of their song Of Time. Lavalette, he's dropping a single called Wasted Love featuring Sofia Sorrentino, and I believe Karin played that last week as well.
She did.
And then Synth Apex is dropping their new album called Ember City. I think they're from Germany. And Com Trues on, December the 4th is dropping In Decay 2. It's a pre-order.
Yeah, that's very surprising. Like, I was very surprised to see that drop. So,
Oh yeah.
it's going to be a good
And
one.
then, as I mentioned, Elevate the Sky, he's dropping his full album on December 9th, but hey, it might come out earlier. And yeah, you can get a sneak peek at it on the 80s guy.
Sneak peek.
All right, so time for question number 2
Yeah.
to win a midnight online concert ticket. Which member appeared in the Rise of the Synths documentary?
Ooh. That's a
First
good
person to answer gets a ticket.
question. Gets a ticket.
And with that, we gotta play a song.
We do. We definitely
right.
got to play a song.
This guy, Eric C. Powell, put me on to this guy. He is incredible. He's from Austin, Texas, and he goes by the artist name Mini Turbo, and his album is like funk, chiptune, synthwave. It's just incredible. So check out this song. This song is called Good Steel by Mini Turbo here on Night Ride FM.
once again, that was Mini Turbo with Good Steel. I love that tune too, man. What is
The
going
whole
on?
album is so cool.
It's like taking me to this world. I don't know where I'm at. When I hear that music, it takes me somewhere. Cool.
It's like you said. I think it was like business wave, or I call it mall wave.
Mall
I don't know, but
wave.
yeah, he's from Austin, same place as Primo and Eric C. Powell.
Very nice. Maybe who knows? Maybe a little thing can happen over in Austin. I don't know. Maybe I can get an excuse to go to. Oh wait, that's right. We don't leave the house.
unless you're lucky enough to go to one of these concerts where you get to sit in your car, like Primo was on Saturday.
Yeah. Shout out to Primo. We'll be talking about it during our touring spot. But yeah, Primo's got a little thing going on, and that's super cool. Very awesome.
I also want to throw a little congrats out to the last years who got the answer to our last question. It was Tim McEwen, who was in the Rise of the Synths doc.
Very nice.
And he was quick on the keyboard with that one.
Congratulations.
So, you know what? Let's pop our third question, because we've got one last ticket to hand out for the Midnight Online concert, which is on October 30th and 31st. Let's see. All right. Let's see if people know this one. Who played with the Midnight at their sellout concert in 2017 at the Globe Theater?
Jeopardy theme inserted here.
All right, while you all muddle over that,
let's play a tune.
So let me just repeat that. Who played with the Midnight at the sellout concert in 2017 at the Globe Theater, which was over in LA? And yeah.
Good luck to you. And do we have a winner?
Damn, that was quick. Comrade Nixco. Damn, that was quick.
Quick on the draw.
Yes, it was FM 84.
Very good. Congratulations. You won yourself a concert ticket to go see the Midnight streaming.
On your computer or TV.
On your TV or computer or streaming device of choice. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Very good.
But anyways, hey, you know what? We've got some birthdays.
Oh, yes, we do. Let's jump into a couple birthdays. I don't know why I said it that way. I totally apologize, and I probably just threw you right off your game. But yeah, let's go ahead and do some of them birthdays. Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, let's see. On October 20th, Delta Alpha X-Ray celebrated his birthday. And today, our buddy from Forever Synth, Joe Ward, celebrates a birthday. Yes, our brothers from other mothers. And let's see, on the 26th of October, Vic Vega celebrates a birthday, as well as producer Yunsu. And on the 27th, Jonah from the band Titan Projects. He's celebrating a birthday. So, yeah, happy birthday, everyone.
Happy birthday.
It's time for another song.
Let's play another song. I love playing songs. We got a lot of songs still to go.
Oh, yeah. And so we've got another premiere.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah. From Swedish artist Eightecs. He's got this new single. It dropped today. It's called Tomorrow. And you're hearing it here today on Night Ride FM.
Adieu, old men who lament the dying of the light. I turn my back and face the sunrise, for it's there you'll find tomorrow.
And once again, that was Eightecs with Tomorrow. That is a great tune, man. I love that tune. Eightecs is just slaying it lately.
Mm-hmm.
They really, really are. And hopefully you guys are just chilling out in the chat room, talking and, listening to this show. We have some more fun things in store for you. Oh, hold on one second here. We have this just in here. Street Cleaner just went out and bought himself a nice big box of Napoleon ice cream. What kind of BS tape is this?
Wait, ice cream in boxes?
Yeah, apparently this is coming across the wire. I don't know why this seems like it's newsworthy, but apparently Street Cleaner just went out and bought himself some Napoleon ice cream and prefers chocolate. Okay, I don't know. Z, we need to work on this ticker, man. I don't know. I think we could find better stories out there, but then again, the debates are on, so there's not much going on. Let's listen to some more synthwave music. I tell you what, let's dive into this next one here because I do want to hear this one. I'm very excited about this one. This new Mike Templar, and by the way, I don't know if you guys are aware, he did kind of a cool little write-up. It's kind of like a little, what was it, like a novelette?
Yeah, he did a novel with his last album, and so it featured characters that were representative of some personalities in the synthwave scene.
Yeah, some guy named Fawkes. And
I think somebody named Primo as well.
I think he used did he use a pseudonym? I can't remember.
Yeah, he the names were changed to protect the innocent.
That's right. Although we're not very innocent, but yeah, it was really cool. Check it out. If you actually go on his Twitter, I believe he has a link to it, Mike Templar, and it's cool. It's fun. It's something different, and it's always neat to see all the creativity coming out of the scene. So, kudos to him. Good shout out.
The album was called Trom, The Resolution of Mind.
That's right.
And you can find it on. Let me just check right here. Yeah, you can find it on this address on Bandcamp, automo.bandcamp.com. That's AUTUMO.bandcamp.com. And you'll find Tron, The Resolution of the Mind. If you purchase it, you get this little novella included with it.
Very nice.
So, let's hear a new track from him.
Ooh, let's do it. What do we got lined up here?
For those who don't know, Mike Templar is out of Switzerland. And he's given us this little single. It's called Gates of Zelanthia. And you're hearing it here on Night Ride FM.
And once again, that was Gates of Zalanthia by Mike Templar. Did I say that right, Jules?
Yep, you got it.
All right, very good. And I like the little thing at the end. It was like a gong or something. It was very very temple-like. I felt like I was like zen for a couple seconds there. Not really sure. All right, so we have some more stuff to talk about. We are a news show, and we're definitely going to give you some more news now. As a matter of fact, we have actually a bunch of touring things kind of popping up here. They're mostly streaming things, but
these days
you take what you can get nowadays. You know what I mean?
You know what? Before we do that,
yeah,
I think we need to just say another little shout out to those in the chats.
Shout outs.
Yeah, we got Ben who joined us in the Night Ride chat, and of course over in YouTube we've got Satellite who's also been listening. So hello. But yeah, concerts.
All right, let's do it.
So I guess too late to let it for anybody who's listening right now, but tonight Magic Sword is doing a show called Live on the Lawn in Boise, Idaho.
Oh, cool.
I think that's socially distanced. And then, of course, on Saturday, the Drive-In Series featuring Primo in Austin, Texas. And I didn't know this, but that artist we played earlier, Mini Turbo, apparently
is
her drummer.
Get out of town. And I'm like saying, yeah, these guys should work together. And that's so funny.
I know. You know what? I'm ashamed when I don't know these little details.
Jules,
I mean,
you're slipping,
I stalk everyone. I follow them everywhere they go, and I just don't know this stuff.
Hides in the bedroom.
Yeah. So, anyways, October 24th, the Drive-In Series. That's going to be in Austin, Texas. So, take your car, drive in. And of course, let's see. On the 24th and 25th this weekend as well, we've got a biggie online.
Ooh.
Yes, it's the Retro Future Fest online. And this one is featuring Absolute Valentine, Shredder 1984, Star Noir, Aero Nexus, Power Nerd, Megatronics, Power Rob, Cynthia, Kenji Run, Cryocon, Johnny Laser, Max Speed, and more. And that's all Saturday and Sunday.
But are they going to play behind an actual street cleaner? I don't know.
Yeah, you see?
It's hard to top that. It really is. All right. Go ahead.
Let's see, on the 29th, next Thursday, we've got the Halloween Time Warp live stream, which is featuring Parallels and the DJ set by Slack Machine, and that's online. And I think you have to go to her Patreon, Parallels Patreon, to get in on that. I should also mention that night that Karen's doing her little Halloween special, Thursday, October 29th. So tune in for that. I think she's got actually 2 shows that day. One in the morning for the UK folks, and then she's got one in the evening for the real folk, I guess.
Us guys.
Yeah, us guys. And then, of course, October 30th and 31st, the Midnight online. Visit the midnightofficial.com to get tickets. And let's see, on the 30th as well, we've got Nightwave online. Our buddies from New York City, and that's going to feature Jackson. I'm sure it's going to feature Faith in the Glitch. There's details are scarce right now, but that'll be cool.
It's always a good time. In fact, you know what? If you guys want to hang out with the Night Ride crew, I know Z's always over there. I'm usually always over there, just hanging out because they do a phenomenal job. I tell you, Faith in the Glitch. If you've never seen him DJ, he slays it. He really does. And Sam Valentine, he's incredible as well. Who else? Jackson, Black Silk. They're all great. I love the Nightwave crew.
They're awesome. And let's see, two others I gotta mention. October 31st, of course, Halloween night, Saturday night. There's the Boots on the Ground Halloween live stream, which is gonna feature Megatronics doing a performance. And also on the Halloween night, Laser Frightway Halloween featuring Deaders and Encryptor down in Down Underland.
Down Underland.
So how about before I move on to, I need to give another little gift out to our people in the chat, and this is gonna be a little bit of trivia. This is going to be a little bit harder. But there's an artist by the name of Death by Neon. He's a Swiss artist, and he's also a prolific Bandcamp supporter. His, my Bandcamp collection is nothing compared to this guy. So he's released 3 albums. It's like 3 volumes, and they're covers of film scores, because Death by Neon actually does scores for film. And so I've got codes to give one lucky person to get all 3 albums. And if you can answer, the first person who can answer this question, and you're gonna have to go to Bandcamp for this.
Oh.
How big is Death by Neon's fan account? How big is his Bandcamp collection?
Oh my God, I'm peeking at the answer.
It's nuts.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah.
Like,
First person to give me the right answer.
does he buy food?
Yeah, I don't think he eats.
He just lives on neon sandwiches and neon toast, I guess. I don't know. Wow.
So yeah, first person to give me the answer. yeah. I need an exact number, folks. Mob Tech. Is it more than 5,000? Over 9,000?
Yeah, this isn't higher or lower. What is that game? Over under?
Yeah, just go to Bandcamp. Look up Death by Neon.
All right, we're gonna let you guys stew on that one, and we have a couple more tunes we're gonna play. Thanks a lot for sticking around. We love you guys. And do we have any new people in the chat room while we're kind of waiting for that answer to pop in?
Yeah, Adam Morgan joined the YouTube chat. So hey, Adam.
Nice. Just for all the new listeners, we do this show every single week. It's live.
Mob Tech got it.
Nice job.
All right, Mob Tech. Yeah, it's 8,486. Oh wait, no. Oh damn, Warlock did it. No, sorry, Warlock 82. He wins. 8,486 items in Death by Neon's Bandcamp collection. The man is a monster.
That's insane.
So Warlock, send me an email at Neon Fawkes at nightride.fm, and I'm going to send you 3 Bandcamp codes to get all 3 volumes.
Well, very, very good. All right.
But anyways, yes, we've got a song from one of our favorite artists.
A song?
You want to read this one out? Come on. Oh,
Yeah, actually, this was a tune that I think Karin played this on her last show, and it was absolutely great. And also, he was at the concert last week, the one where Street Cleaner was playing behind a street cleaner. I'm never gonna get over that. I really am. It's
cleaning up the streets.
I love
Taking out
Street
the trash.
Jesse's the best. He really is. But this is another one of our fan favorites. This is User, and he just killed it on that performance as well. So he has this brand new song. It is called On and On, and we're going to go ahead and drop it on you right now, right here. This is User on Night Ride FM.
Don't remember a time when the world wasn't burning down. Keep fighting on and never put the weapons down. Just don't beware those gods, society and change. Like you holding on,
Once again, that was User with On and On.
Oh, come on, do your Andy. Do your Andy.
Once again, that was User. I can't do it on like demand. I can't do it. I was doing it really good off air. Like I do my best Andy Last impression, but I don't know. I'm just not feeling it right now. I get to that point of the night where I just start like zoning out. Like, you know, I mean, it's kind of normal for me to zone out at really any particular time, but you know, once you start rocking, like after that like hour and a half mark, and surprised you guys are still listening, honestly.
I don't know how, like the Forever Synth Boys, what their shows are about 2 hours.
2 hours all the time.
3 hours. And then Andy does like 3 hours. But then again, Andy does editing for like 6 months before he drops something.
And he has like 2 shows a year. But you know, I love his new show, man. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Andy's spaceship.
Andy's space. Come on, man. Can we get puppets in here? Seriously. I need puppets.
We could just do puppet sounds. Nobody can see us.
We could do puppet sounds. I mean, we have Vosto. He's kind of he makes some fun sounds.
Yeah.
But
can you imagine if we actually started doing like video?
That would be great.
We'd have to like put clothes on and stuff.
I know. I couldn't do it in my pajamas.
No, I know.
It's terrible. All right. So we have my favorite part of the evening. This is the part where we talk about all of our wonderful Patreon subscribers. We got some shout outs. You can support nightride.fm by just going to patreon.com/nightridefm, and you can support Night Ride FM. Why did I say that like 4 times? I don't know.
Night Ride FM. Who?
You guys know already. Just go support. Really, it's a very good thing because it keeps us moving and grooving. It keeps the servers running, and it keeps the chat moving smoothly and all that good stuff. So anyway, a quick shout out to our brand new supporter, Joe Loke, who just became a member of the ARP 2600. So thank you so much, Joe Loke.
Joe, he's in the chat.
Yeah, he is in the chat. Joe Loke is the man about town. He's at like what, every concert, right?
Oh yeah,
I think
he's the traveler.
They call them
always on location.
It's called a jet setting. He's the jet setter.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could just leave New Jersey, honestly.
I don't think there's an FM84 concert he's missed.
Yeah.
He's
I just want to get to one.
He's not driving their car or flying their plane. He's carrying their stuff. He's acting as a bouncer. Oh, I remember in London when Ollie was performing. Nice. He was standing near the front door. They needed somebody to act as like bouncer for the green room.
That's awesome.
And Joe is not a small guy.
Yeah, well, it's good.
When I stand next to him, I look like a hobbit.
Well, anyway, thank you so much, Joe Loke, for all the support. And, of course, we have one more brand new Patreon subscriber. We have Lars Eric Bruce. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you.
I know I see him floating around in the chats and stuff like that. He may or may not be on the Discord, but thanks a lot. We really appreciate it. And of course, we have our good old longtime supporters. We want to give a quick shout out to Xeon B. Awesome dude. Nightmares and Neon, another great artist.
Yep.
We have MDM, just nice and simple, MDM. I don't know what that stands for. What does that stand for? Do you know?
No.
MDM, if you're listening to the show, let us know what that stands for, because, it's good to know things about your supporters. Mike Shima. I like Mike Shima. I see him around a lot.
Yep.
The chats of various places. Of course, our very favorite cheerleader of Synthwave and Night Ride FM, we have Hannah Baird.
Woohoo!
And she's always on the Discord, and just hop in and say hi, and say the right words, and the chat will explode into pizza gifs. Apparently, it seems to happen a lot.
Not to be confused with Honeybeard.
Yes, two different people, but equally as delightful. So there you go. And of course, we have Michael Barry. I see him a lot. Thank you very much for your support. We have some more supporters too. We just try to rotate it a little bit because we have a nice little amount of supporters, which is fantastic. So we love you guys for supporting the show, supporting the station. Now, what do we have next? We're getting close to the end of the show here, right?
Yes, we are, but we do have some more giveaways, and this is a freebie, right? So we've got an artist from Turkey named John Constantine, who's got a brand new album called Nemesis. It's like dark synth / cyberpunk.
Yeah, it's
and
got that.
He was kind enough to shower us with a whole bunch of Bandcamp codes. Yeah. So I'm gonna post a bunch of Bandcamp codes in the chats.
Cobes and codes.
Code, yeah. Derp. Right. So get ready. Some codes incoming in the chats. Grab them, snap them up, and get a free album off Bandcamp.
And you can go to johnconstantine.bandcamp.com/yum to redeem it. Did you say that? I don't even know if you did.
No, I didn't. But I'm pasting it into the chats right now.
There you go.
Let's see. Let's send some chats over into some Bandcamp yummies into the Night Ride chat.
Just release them into the world, out into the wild. Spread them around like pollen.
Here's some codes. Yeah, just sprinkle. Here's some codes into the YouTube chat.
It's like an Oprah episode. Bandcamp codes for everyone.
Everyone, you get a Bandcamp code. You get a Bandcamp code.
But we do thank him for supplying them with us. And yeah, it's cool. If you are always looking to check out new artists, check out his album if you like your dark synth. It's a cool dude. Plus, he hangs around the Discord, so he's our buddy. And I think is that the end of our show? We have one more song, actually.
Yeah, I think we've got one more song.
But thank you so much for listening.
I couldn't wait to play this one. But anyways, yes, thanks to our guests, Tim and Tyler, The Midnight.
You guys are great.
And, thank you, Dennis, for hosting this.
Thank you for listening, and thank you, Jules, for being you and always lifting me up every week. You're such a solid dude. I really appreciate that.
Everybody in the chats, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks to Arcade High for joining in on the chat.
Yeah.
And all the YouTube listeners, and our NFM listeners and people in the chat, and also thanks to Shugo and the last years and Comrade Nixco for winning some stuff.
Good job, guys.
Midnight. Yep.
Don't forget to send that email to Jules, or else we're not going to know who you are, and we're not going to be able to get you to redeem that stuff.
Yeah, and also Warlock82 for winning the Bandcamp 3-volume Death by Neon collection.
Very good.
And so everyone, thank you. We've got one more song to play.
Let's do it.
My favorite artist from SoCal, Darwin McD, collaborated with vocalist and songwriter Mark Bebb on this song called Featherlight, and then they just released a remix EP, and so we've got the GRN remix of Featherlight by Darwin McD and Mark Bebb. And thank you for listening, everybody, to Night Ride FM. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.